They showed that on TV the other night, Jonestown, this preacher. Had all these black folks. One of these black girls they interviewed had the nerve to say, well, I do what I want to do. I'm 27, I'm black and beautiful, and I'm my own boss. But she was in the number. You listen to me? All of them were face down on the ground. And they had those hypodermic needles where all of them took shots of cyanide and they were killed. And they had it in the punch, and all of them were forced to drink. And ain't nobody gonna drink something and die. Not black folk. Nigga, huh? You crazy? Not black folk. I don't care how much. I don't care if Jesus came and he was white and told him to do it. They wouldn't do it. These people were for it. They were murdered. Black folk don't commit suicide, not in a mass manner like that. Black folk just don't commit suicide and drink poison and kill not only themselves but their children. Your children are precious. This is the most precious thing a black mother can have as a child, and she surely gonna kill her child. It's murder. You said it was just a little Kool-Aid. You said, no, it's poison. Poison in the Kool-Aid. I used to love Kool-Aid. Very seldom drinking. You listen to me. I've even stopped drinking Perrier because it's contaminated now. They called it off the shelf. Yeah. A lot of places they call it Perrier off the shelf because it got some poison in it. So you got to be careful of everything you eat and drink now, people. We're living in a wicked world with wicked people over us. Don't care about the human life. Out to destroy. But these are the 4 things God requires a man. Number 1, to humble yourself. Number 2, to pray. Number 3, to seek my face. Who are you seeking today? I think God should be number 1. In all your studies, God should be the one you should be trying to track down and find out his way. The way he thinks. The way he moves. And when you find out how God operates and how he thinks and how he moves, then you'll never be out of tune with God. I don't care if they take the Bible from you, I don't care if they take all the books from you. You can still be in tune with God. Oh, you listen to me. Find out God's way. Don't worry about so much of man. Find out God's way. Because the Bible says, my ways are not your ways. And God's ways are not his ways. Then we'll find out which way is his way. He said, my thoughts are not your thoughts. That much higher is the heavens above the earth. And sure enough, I'm going to try to get that high. And find out God's thoughts. Because I know his thoughts are much higher than ours, and we think on a curve level. I want to reach God. And then he said, turn from their wicked ways. Wicked ways. Before it's all over, all the people that have done me wrong, lied on me and talked about me, they're going to be back. Not because they want to come back. It's going to be because the Spirit of God commands to come back. And some are making their way back now, visit every now and then. They have ran off from the flock, and God did not give them permission. They left the flock, and now they're out there, they're meat for every foul beast. And they're being plucked in on every side. Can't rest, can't sleep, can't do nothing. Because they have left the place that God had put them in. It is dangerous to get out of God's will. You remember when God raised up Moses to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt? And Moses' sister and Aaron rose up against him, and Aaron said, hey, you know, Moses is pretty popular around here. sure is. He's my brother. I know him. He can get great. I'm a prophet too. God can speak through me too. And God got angry because they had a discussion and they were debating whether Moses was a true leader. And whether God had called him, and God said, hey, I want all y'all to come here. I want to talk to you. Amen. And God said, were you not afraid to talk against my servant who I raised up? All right. Who I've chosen to lead my people out? Were you not fearful to speak against my servant? And now leprosy is going to cleave to you. And she went out there white as snow. So she had to be black. Amen. In order for her to turn white, she must have to be black. Amen. And I can't understand why they didn't do nothing to Abraham. Because Abraham was right there. But Moses spoke to God and said, God, heal her now. And because of Moses, God healed his sister of leprosy. But he said, let her stay outside the camp for 7 days. From her people. So when God raises up a leader, and you reject him, you're not rejecting him, you're rejecting God. God sent shepherds over the flock. Are you listening to me? Just like Mandela is a leader, God raises up leaders and put them in churches to lead people. And when you lead there against God's will because of your wickedness and your failure to confess up to your wickedness and get it right and go out there, you're going to be meat for every foul beast. And it's not given to you that you might return alive. That's right. Might return in a box. Yeah. I've heard testimonies of people that left the church. They say, I can't rest, I can't sleep. And when I do sleep, all I do is dream about the word about temple. Because I know the good times we had there, and it's just like home, and there ain't a bunch of confusion there, fighting and fussing and stealing and boyfriend and girlfriend and babies having babies on top of babies. Oh, you listen to me. Ain't a bunch of junk going on, so I feel at home. I feel like, my loved one. And Brother David just telling it just like it is, and not only he tells it, but he lives what he preaches. And this brother, he's a magnificent man of God. And I left there because I listened to some old long tongues. Some old busybody folk that didn't like Brother Davis. And they didn't like me because I was getting interested in his ministry and his message and listening to him, so they wanted to drag me away. So I went on left with him. Now I ain't happy. I'm backslidden, I ain't got nothing, lost my car, lost my home, lost everything. I want to come back, but I'm ashamed. All right. I want to come back, but I'm afraid people look at me funny and talk about me. See, this is the spirit that entered everybody that leaves the church, and God ain't told to leave. I don't care where you go. I don't care if you go to Hooverbago, Texas. I don't know where that is. I don't know what it is. But it is a little city, what? But wherever you go, you ain't going to be happy. I don't care what church you go to. It won't replace the church that you come out of that God put you in. I don't care how magnificent or how powerful that preacher is, how he preaches, that still ain't the shepherd God put over you. It just won't be the same. And you won't be able to relax or be yourself until you get back in the front where God wanted you. Amen. And before it's all over, they're going to be marching in here. All right. They're going to be confessing. Not to man, not to me, but to God. I miss God. I'm sorry. I talked about some of the saints here. I talked about Elder Davis. I talked about the ministry. I'm sorry. I repent. We all accept me back. And I'll say, my home is your home. Amen. You've always been welcome. Even though you left, I know you will never be satisfied anywhere else because this is where God put you. And many people that first got saved on this ministry and delivered, they ain't going to rest until they get back where they belong. Somebody said, why did some of them leave? A lot of them left because of wickedness and didn't want to live right. And you know me. If I don't know something, I just don't know. God don't reveal it to me. He don't want me to know it at times. But when I find it out, I'm going to reckon with those people. I'm going to talk with them. I'm going to say, look here, let's get it right. I'm not going to throw nobody out. But when they decide they don't want to get it right, they want to continue their wickedness and contaminate my other saints, I say, hey, it's time you get going. But I don't like throwing people out, but it's more important to get those bad apples out as it is to get people in. I'd rather have 3 people that are with me than to have a whole house full of people against me.
That's right.
Are you listening to me? Because your works and your preaching is vain. You got a whole house full of a bunch of hypocrites that don't believe what you're preaching, and they just take it and throwing from you, and you ain't doing nothing. I'd rather have 3 people that love me and willing to stand behind me and pray for me than have a bunch of hypocrites. We got to turn from our wicked ways. And God said, only then will I hear from him. And he said, I'll forgive your sins. No matter what you done, I don't care if you committed murder. God said, I'll forgive you of your sins. And I will heal the land. And America needs healing. We need a healing of the land. There's crime everywhere. I mean, young people are dying in the streets of wrong and rape everywhere in the United States. Not only in the United States, but all over this planet. Young black boys are dying. People just have lost the fear of God, don't want to serve God. I'm doing my part. I can't do no more than what God requires of me. When I do what God tells me to do, then I ain't got nothing to worry about. I ain't got to worry about no blood dripping from my hand and my shoulders for not telling me to do. I'm doing my part. I sweat out my suits, I get tired, and I preach, bring out knowledge about history and black history, and knowledge of this, knowledge of that, preach the gospel, and I'm doing my part. So if anybody die and be lost or be cut off, it's not Brother David's fault. It's your fault. Because you chose not to fear God. The whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments. And as I was preaching the other night about wisdom, where is it to be found? He said to depart from evil is wisdom. Or to fear God is wisdom. And to depart from evil is understanding. When we find out these truths, we're going to obey his doing. And we're going to prosper in everything we do. How many believe that? Isn't God good? How many enjoyed the word tonight? Let's give the Lord a great big hand.